AEW Dynamite coming to you for the first time ever from Cardiff, Wales, where the AEW Continental Championship is on the line. Claudio Castagnoli, the challenger, with the advantage on the Rainmaker, Kazuchika Okada, the champion, but perhaps for not much longer.
Yeah, right before the break, Claudio was just hammering Okada in the
Look at that gut wrench.
Look at this raw power.
Yeah, he's an animal.
Almost like a Corellan lift there from Claudio Castagnoli.
That's exactly what it was like in that stomp.
Big foot stomp. Claudio falls into the cover, and Okada able to kick out.
Well, you're not going to be a great champion like Okada was in Japan and all those IWGP heavyweight championships he won without being able to come back out of something like that. You got to be able to not only lay in the offense, well, you got to be able to come back, man.
You're right, and to that point, how battle-tested the man is, but here he comes. Watch out!
Oh! Great vertical leaping ability by Kazuchika Okada. That track and field background serving him well there with that drop kick to send Claudio falling to the floor.
Very hard to do that. I mean, the explosivity in his legs and his hips beating Okada, it's so impressive right there. But you talk about that track and field background, also was an excellent baseball player in Japan when he was younger. I believe he played collision baseball. But not in the SEC, that's not Japan.
You never know with the conference realignment.
Well, that's true. There's a lot of teams there, schools there.
As Okada, he likes the elbow drop. Claudio intercepting Okada with the uppercut.
You know, give Okada some credit. He stayed on that top, and he's staying on it as best he can right now.
May not be for much longer.
Man, he didn't need to fall to the floor. I got to crack his noggin.
Yeah.
Well, now Claudio thinking superplex on the champion. Okada, though, you can see he's trying to lace his right leg underneath that top turnbuckle to prevent Claudio from hoisting him up. But Claudio determined.
Oh my God, this guy, power to strengthen Claudio. He's going to super duperplex.
No.
Okada, no, maybe not.
Okada's
done a good job of hanging on up top. Real good job.
Kazuchika Okada loses the grip of Claudio, but Claudio, look at this, balanced on the top rope.
The two big guys in a danger zone here in that corner.
Well, headbutt sends Claudio stumbling back into the ring as Okada to the top, leaps up and over, but the roll through as Okada, John Woo drop kick sends Claudio crashing into the corner. And the scoop and the slam. Okada now thinking elbow drop perhaps again. As the Rainmaker takes flight, connects with the elbow drop, but elects not to cover a potential mistake by the champion, Taz.
Get this.
Yeah, I'm surprised at Okada, but he must feel confident.
Oh, brother.
He must feel confident, Okada, that he's got him.
Oh, look,
watch, just stepped on him.
The step over.
Walked right over. Look at Claudio's getting up.
Unbeknownst to Okada.
Okada spending too much time.
Whoa, no swing.
The giant swing for the Rainmaker. Claudio taking the champion for a ride.
It's truly one of the most amazing moves in AEW.
I would projectile vomit. I want to vomit watch it.
20 revolution. Giant swing from Claudio Castagnoli. Remember,
strong is this guy?
He won the Ring of Honor World Championship with that very move.
Dizzy's, man, it dizzies you up. They want one more time here at Cardiff.
As Claudio hits the ropes, looking. Oh my God. Okada!
Right in the face.
What great timing by the champ.
What a drop kick in the mush.
Timing and precision by the Rainmaker. And speaking of which, no. Claudio connects.
Tremendous by Claudio. Excellent.
Claudio Castagnoli looking for neutralizer. Okada. Counters. Breaker.
Great counter by Okada. Great counter.
Wow, these guys are leaving it all in the ring. What a match!
The people love it.
Remember that huge trios match still to come.
Plus, fans appreciate what AEW is bringing to the table tonight.
Plus the final showdown, AEW World Champion Swerve Strickland versus the American Dragon Bryan Danielson, not versus. They will meet face-to-face one last time ahead of the match this Sunday at Wembley Stadium, just 4 days away. It could very well be the end of the career of the American Dragon Bryan Danielson.
These guys
1 minute remaining in the time limit. 1 minute.
Oh, man. Oh, no.
1 minute, and now this definitely favors the champion. Claudio.
Yeah, 19 minutes have gone by. What a match it's in, and now both men in the Continental Classic. We see these classic matches with a 20-minute time limit.
Backslide, a chance to end it. 2. Nope, loses the wrist, loses the grip, but controls the wrist. The pop-up. The uppercut.
Oh, he rolls out of the ring. Claudio reaches for him. Got to bring him back in.
He got caught on the bottom rope. Okada got caught.
Can Claudio bring him in? Can he get the pinfall?
Time is ticking.
Again, it's the 20 minutes for a Continental Classic Championship match.
Okada's hanging on to the side of the boat.
Stomp on the chest. Claudio.
There you go. You got him
Brings him
out.
to the center. 1,
New champion.
No. Okada able to kick out.
I'm digging this, guys.
And look at Okada. He was trying to escape again, and that is it.
Oh, man. Wow.
The 20-minute time limit has expired. The official decision of this match is a time limit draw.
Wow.
The clock, the
What a battle.
ally of
Yeah.
the champion here tonight,
Yeah.
as Kazuchika Okada escapes Cardiff, Wales.